Hello everyone, this is Sarvahita, Assistant Professor of CSC Department. I'm here to explain a few topics of the subject GE 3791 Human Values and Ethics. First, let us see about the topic Democratic Values in Unit 1. Democratic values include a set of principles that form the basis of the democratic governance. They include the concepts such as equality, freedom, justice, and the protection of individual rights. We all know about the individual rights. So, in a democratic society, the citizen upholds the ultimate power in deciding who will run the government. So, the democratic values thus ensure that the conscious choices of the public are carried out through free and fair elections. What are democratic values? The democratic values are the concepts that serve as the foundation for the modern society. It shows the democratic way of life of a society. So the democratic values also includes everyone right to take part in the decision making and have their voice heard. The core values of the democracy aim to ensure the well being and representation of all the citizens, encouraging a system that reflects the collective will. Now, let us see about the types of democratic values. There are several forms of democratic values, and each form of democratic value serves as an important purpose. The nurture of each democratic value guarantees the protection of the human rights and ensures the peace and order. The types of democratic values are listed below. Equality. It ensures that all the citizens have equal rights and opportunities regardless of their background, race, gender, or socio-economic status. Freedom. This guarantees the individual liberties and freedom of choice, expression, and association. Next, rule of law. It establishes that everyone, including the government officials, is subject to and accountable under the law. Individual rights, which protects the rights of the individual against arbitrary actions by the government or others. Social justice. This means the ability of the democracy to strive for fairness and equity in the distribution of resources and opportunities. The citizen participation. So, this encourages the active involvement of citizens in decision making processes and governance. Pluralism. This acknowledges and respects the diversity of opinions, cultures, and backgrounds in society. Tolerance. This promotes the acceptance of differing the opinions and beliefs. Now let us see about the importance of democratic values. The democratic values play a vital role in protecting the human rights, prioritizing the equality, and ensuring that every citizen enjoys the fundamental rights and freedoms. By placing a strong emphasis on the protection of vulnerable populations, the democratic societies work together, fostering a just and inclusive environment. Moreover, the democracies are characterized by their commitment to peaceful conflict resolution, promoting the dialogue, negotiation, and compromise as alternatives to violence in addressing the social issues. Accountability and transparency are also integral to democratic governance, with elected officials being accountable to the people. So the transparent decision making process further contribute to build the trust between the citizens and the representatives. So why do we need the democratic values? So we need the democratic values for several essential reasons. Firstly, it helps to establish the innovation and progress. This is done by creating an environment that values the diverse opinions of the public. Furthermore, the democratic values actively contribute to the social harmony by recognizing and respecting the diversity. By appreciating the different perspectives, backgrounds, and beliefs, the democratic communities build the inclusive, celebrating the strength derived from their diversity. Secondly, the democratic values help in improving the legitimacy of government. So, this principle implies that those in power are accountable to the people, solidifying the legitimacy of the government. Thirdly, the democratic values also provide a set of principles that protect the human rights, conflict resolution, accountability, innovation, social harmony, and government legitimacy. collectively contributing to the creation of societies that are the fair, progressive, and responsive to the needs and aspirations of their citizens. Principles of democratic values. Democratic values include the certain principles that establish a form of government that is just and caters to the democratic needs of the citizens. Some of the principles of democratic values include the freedom, transparency, accountability, etc. Freedom of every citizen. This principle ensures that every citizen has the right to live freely and has the freedom to express their opinion about the government. Equality of every citizen. This principle ensures that every citizen is equal before the law and is treated with equal rights and opportunities regardless of their class, caste, gender, religion, etc. Transparency. This principle ensures the government decisions and actions are transparent. That is, it is open to the public evaluation and review. So, this enables the citizen to make informed decisions in the case of selecting the government of the nation. Accountability. Just like the principle of transparency, a government is also accountable for its actions. So, elected officials of the region are accountable to the people of that particular region, and the democratic value that ensures the presence of checks and balances to prevent the abuse of absolute power. Let us see about the democratic values of India. So, the democratic values of any nation serves as a cornerstone for the free and fair functioning of the nation. India, being the largest democracy in the world, also abides by certain democratic values. These are clearly stated in the Constitution of India, and these values are crucial for maintaining the democratic system of the nation. So, these values also ensure that every citizen has the right to their own choices, opinions, and personal freedom. Democratic values are thus crucial for a nation as big and diverse as India, as it provides a uniform functioning of the government, thereby contributing to the nation's development. 10 core democratic values of India. The 10 core democratic values of India are sovereignty of the people, so which refers to the freedom given to the people to exercise their own choices in terms of electing their government. Then second one is rule of law. This refers to the following the supreme law of the land by all the members of the society, including the government, its officials, and ordinary citizens. Equality and social justice. This refers to the equal treatment under the law without the discrimination in terms of class, caste, race, or gender. Fundamental rights, which includes the basic rights stated by the Constitution of India, including the right to equality, freedom of speech, etc. Independent judiciary. This refers to the impartial and independent working of the judiciary to ensure that every citizen or institution of the nation abides by the Constitution. Free and fair elections. This refers to the regular elections at all the levels of the government in transparency and just way. And political pluralism. India has a multi-party political system allowing for diverse political ideologies and representation. Secularism. This refers to the freedom of practicing and following every religion in a free way. Democratic accountability. So, elected representatives are accountable to the people through regular elections and other democratic mechanisms. Decentralization of power. So, India's political system is divided into several subdivisions of the powers to cater both the state and central level of governance. Thank you.